It is time to make some banana wine. They had a sale at a local store, so I picked up about 15 kilos. I have already started peeling and putting them into my large pot. I have done this before, and while the taste and color and everything was fine, it lacked body. It had next to no aftertaste. So this time I'm going to feed it some dates, some nutmeg, some pickled ginger, some figs and some lemongrass and some other stuff, a little bit of vanilla, to see if I can make it be more complex and more full. I'm going to use some of the peels, but not all of them. So I'm going to put them into my pot along with boiling hot water. I'm going to mash them. I'm going to add some fennel seeds and most of the fruit. And then we are going to use quite a lot of brown sugar and a yeast which will give off some fruity flavors. This is the yeast I'm going to use. It is a Chardonnay yeast. The reason I'm using it is because it is made to be ideal for lees aging, and I plan to use the French technique of batonnage, or however you pronounce it. So this will be aged on the lees. It will be stirred every now and then to stir back the lees up into the wine, and it should, in theory at least, add some body and fullness and richness to the wine. And I'm going to rehydrate it now. Pretty much everything is in there. We have the zest from a few limes, a few grapefruits, the juice from those fruits, quite a lot of spices, and it's going to boil, and I will let it simmer for at least an hour to really get to the essence of the taste of the fruit. It's 86 degrees Celsius, so it has a little bit left to go. It has boiled for an hour, and I have added some cranberry juice, and I'm now going to add the sugar and stir it in. Add some cold water to it to take a reading and try to balance it so that I get a original gravity of about 100 or so. And when it's cold enough, I will pitch the yeast. It has been a couple of hours, and we are waiting for it to cool down. As you can see, it's quite slushy and it doesn't look very nice, but the smell is really awesome. I'm not sure what all the spices will do to the wine. I hope they will add some body to it, but you never know. And this is experimenting, since the last one didn't go so well. I'm waiting for the temperature to cool so that I can pitch my yeast. It's now at 46 degrees Celsius. And I will wait until it's, well, under 30 at least. I'm not sure of the temperature tolerance of this yeast in particular. So, thank you. A few days in, and it's going quite nicely. You can see there's a thick layer of mostly bananas, and I have pushed down the cake, or whatever you want to call it, couple of times a day for the first 2-3 days. But now I think I will let it be. I will keep an eye on it so there will be no mold or anything, because that would be bad. But the yeast is quite happily producing alcohol and carbon dioxide right now in any event.